Hello and welcome back. I'll start with usual disclaimer as always. There's nothing for sale. There are no courses to buy, no mentorships. Absolutely nothing. The only link you'll find is to my Discord. And in my Discord there's just trading talk. Nothing more. Post the videos. Beginner guide stocks. There's a fitness stuff. Fitness stuff. That's it. Like usual, we'll start on Bloomberg to see if there's anything of relevance. And actually, it has been pretty quiet. It really hasn't been anything. And when I say that, I mean anything that I would take into account as a headline risk for the currency markets. And what I mean by headline risk, again, like I mentioned earlier, I do not take FA. If we go to my FX book and look up the news calendar, for example, I don't take that into account when I trade because you can't look for it when back testing. But one thing I do look for is big scare headlines or big fear headlines, those kind of things that markets price into. Also, let's have a look at SPY. SPY is not moving. It is holding steady. It's strange that it hasn't been affected at all by the tariffs. Very interesting. Trade that I posted in the Discord. This one was a full hit, full TP. Could have had an extension on it. Here, show you that. Yeah, of course. Checked it out. An extension would have hit, but probably more too. Another extension or two. Never do more than two extensions on TP. One would have hit, but I wasn't there for it. But it's all good. That puts me up at 4% this month. As for the gold trade, it's just no, I mean the oil trade. It is just chilling on the line right there. Right on support. So there's still something that can develop. I'll have to see. And we'll look for some other setups. Something else that might be interesting. Well, this one has already paid me so much. It's the all-time high one where I'm always like, huh? Why is it? Why is nothing marked? And yeah. New areas are being created right now. We can actually mark a new one now. There we go. Okay, the one day, yeah, we're on the one day, so the 200 MA goes into consideration. So classic reversal on the resistance here would not be very interesting. The trend of the pair also wouldn't make a breakout that attractive to me. This is the reversal we got stopped on. But it'll be interesting to see how that develops when we get into it. I'll keep it there for now. Into Monday. Yeah. Let's see. Here we need a new drawing. Yeah, we need a redraw. I'll do it when the market is closed though, tomorrow. I mean, it closes now soon, but I'll do a redraw when everything's closed. No, there's nothing more. This one looks very nice though. So two close potentials. Just let me look at something real quick. Let me double check. Hold on. This swap, everything. Yeah, that's what puts me at. That puts me at 4%. Ending this week, I was down 3% to my max at one point, and now I'm back up again to 4%. So I can potentially take quite a lot more losses if they were all even to hit a full loss, which on average my trades don't. So that's all the TA will get to do for now. Also want to look a little bit more into something. If you've been following the news cycle, Trump has tariffed or put tariffs on India, and tensions have been rising between India and the US because Russia used to sell gas and oil to Europe, but now India buys it and sells it to Europe. So these are second-hand tariffs. And they're drawing rather further cooperation with Russia through it. However, there was a peace deal drawn out. Yeah, planned truce. I'll explain why this matters in a second. We'll talk a little bit about it. Where I won't get fucking ad blocked. Yeah. So I'll just read this here for you. If you haven't watched, let me tell you any potentials on you. If you haven't watched the news cycle. So Washington and Moscow are aiming to reach a deal to halt the war in Ukraine that would lock in Russia's occupation of territory seized during its military invasion, according to people familiar with the matter. US and Russia officials are working toward an agreement on territories for a planned summit meeting between President Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin as early as next week, the people said, speaking on condition of anonymity to discuss private deliberations. The U.S. is working to get by in Ukraine and its European allies in the deal, which is far from certain, the people said. Putin is demanding Ukraine cede its entire eastern Donbass area to Russia as well as Crimea, which is his forces illegally annexed in 2014. That would require Ukrainian President Zelensky to order a withdrawal of troops from parts of Lugansk and Donetsk regions still held in Kiev, handing Russia a victory that its army couldn't achieve militarily since the start of the full-scale invasion in February, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so what this means, I'm not interested in all the jibber jabber. This would be a very, very big dollar demand change flag. Because, first of all, the Russia-Ukraine war would essentially end, and that would be a huge bull flag for SPY, right? SPY is bought in dollars, so the dollar demand would go up quite a lot. And that could be very nice for dollar pairs. For example, the Euro USD. It's also going to affect oil. Actually, no. Euro USD with a lot of breakouts, which could give us very nice ranges, very large R's if the war ends. If the war ends, sanctions are lifted, things are kind of normalized again, or not normalized, but they're not as tense anymore. That would create a huge dollar demand, and the swingings we would see on that would be huge. So that's quite interesting to watch. The tariff stuff was very interesting and profitable, especially when Trump came out and tariffed the whole world. But I'm noticing for some reason that the market doesn't care anymore. There is no drop in dollar demand despite him tariffing everything and everyone. So I don't know what to do with that. Anyways, that is all I've got for now. And I'll see you tomorrow on the redraw. Sorry, redraws. I'll also be answering some questions tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.